Okay, hello viewers, participants. Unfortunately, the video I'm recording once again because there were some issues with my sound, and the total video that I had recorded earlier was without sound. So let me start with this. Okay, so what we will do first, let us use comments and separate out the section. Okay, so this is a style for nav section, right? So that it will help us to identify the boundaries of whatever CSS rule we are applying to the various sections. So after the nav section, the remaining part that we have to do is the home section, right? And after the home section, we will have the info section, and we will have the footer section. Yes, so this will help us to identify the different sections and its corresponding CSS rules. So now in this, excuse me, so in this video we will concentrate on how to style the home section. Now the reference site that we have, okay, is let me first open it. So I will open it with Firefox. Right, so this is what is the our reference site. Right, now we are supposed to style this section. That means it contains some forest background, then this image, and these two div with the heading tag, h1 tags, right? So we have total 1, 2, 3 and 4 div or sections that we need to style. So let us first look at the HTML content of this section. So in the HTML also we have given the uh, comments. So in case of HTML, the comment syntax goes like this. You simply put opening tag symbol, then exclamation mark, and whatever you type, okay, will go inside a comment, right? So this is how we give the comment in the HTML. Now in the home section, how many classes we have? Let us copy those. So I am pressing the control key and simultaneously I am copying the classes name so that I will paste it inside the CSS code, right? So here we have these many classes. So I have copied them. Now I will paste it inside the CSS. Now here we may have copied this Simba headings 2 times, so we will delete it. Now one more interesting thing I will show you. In the brackets editor, or rather all modern editors, we have multiple cursors. So here I will press the control key and I will click the mouse, okay, and I will get the multiple cursor. So I will just simultaneously I will type whatever syntax I want to type, right? So in this way I have, and when you want to get rid of these multiple cursors, simply press escape. Pardon me. So now what we will do, we will first style out our home section. So home section contains the background, right? So first let us have we already have copied the images at the images folder. So let us now, first of all, we need to clear the floating effect that we had, because we had the display property inline block and we floated the those menus, okay, navigation menus towards the left and right. So we have to clear that, otherwise our home section will not get proper position, right? So this is the first thing we have to do. Then let us give the height of 450 pixel to this section. Why 450 pixel? Because this is what the height we require, okay. Obviously this is trial and error, since I have developed this site earlier, or before demonstrating this to you, recording this, I have developed it, so I know what are the values, right? So this is 450. Obviously in your case you have to uh, increase, decrease, and arrive at a proper value. Now it is, there is no rule as such, okay, it is your decision what height you want to give. Only thing is that it should look proper, right? So then position, so since we have used the absolute fixed position in the navigation bar, so remaining section also will have their positions relative, because we have disturbed the static layout, okay, static document flow. So we have to give the position for each and every section that we use, right? So relative, then position is relative, then we have to give the displacement from the top by the 60 pixel. Why 60 pixel? Because our navigation bar size was height was 60 pixel, so we'll shift it down to the 60 pixel. And then we will use the background image, okay. So background image, now here you have various options, linear gradient, radial gradient, okay. We will use the URL, okay, that means image. So from the image folder I'm just pressing the enter, okay, so it is automatically selecting, right? This is the beauty of brackets editor. So now we have got the right our background image, as you can see, okay. Now let us style the image, Simba image and Simba circle, okay. So for that, now this Simba division is aligned by default to the left, so let it take it into the center. So for that, text align center, we'll take it to the center. Now this image is quite big, so we have to, okay, now since this Simba circle is a div, okay, you have to remember which uh, class is belonging to which element. So here Simba circle is a div, right? Right. So this is what we are styling. Now this Simba image, now as the name is suggesting, see, whenever I'm using any element name, okay, if I'm not using any element name, it means it is a container. If I'm using element name, it means it is a that particular element. So that is normal convention I follow. So here I have given the Simba img, that means it is an image tag. So I'm styling here now the Simba image tag. So here Simba image tag, what we have to do, we have to first shift it, since we can see here it is attached to the navigation bar, so we have to shift it down. So let us give the margin, okay, from the top by, let's say, 80 pixel, okay. So it will appear, see, this is the margin we have just set. Then next we have to do is uh, we have to set the width and height so that it will become a square. So what width we want, 140 pixel, and height is 140 pixel, so it will become square. Why we need a square? Because we want to turn the radius 50% and make it a circle. So to do that, we require border radius of 50%. Straight away, this is the rule. Whenever you want a circle, make the border radius of that particular box, which is a rectangle. First you have to make it as a rectangle with the width and height equal, and then you just set the border radius to 50%, okay. It will become a circle. So if you see this, see, we have a circle. Simba is just getting displayed in the circle. Now next thing that we have to do is we have to apply the border, okay. So I will choose the border, okay. So border, uh, I normally give, now these values that I am using, these are basically standard values that are normally I use, okay. So that's why they are like that. 3.5 is a good border width for the circle. Now here I am giving one color. Now where I have got this color, I have got this color from the image Simba. Okay, so how did I pick this color? Okay, see this yellow color, this is the same color I have copied, okay, using color picker tool. Okay, so what is color picker tool, I will show you sometimes. Okay, let us not discuss, otherwise we will digress from the flow. So now transition, what is this transition? Transition is the, you are just whatever transitions your animations you are applying, you are setting the time for that. This is one way of achieving the animation. In the previous lecture, or rather in the previous lecture itself, in the for the navigation bar, we have learned one way frame animation. Now this transition is another way of achieving the animation, where you just decide whatever the transitions you have. Okay, you just set the time for them, so those transitions will take that much amount of time. I will just explain what I am doing. Okay, now then I will now here the cursor, when I go over this Simba image, the cursor is still arrow, so I will just make it as pointer. Okay, so the moment I do this, see, the moment I go over the Simba image, the cursor is now pointer. Okay, all these small things are normal, and these are basically done, okay, to have the commonality in the web page design. Right, now what this transition is doing, see, the transition, I will first have the animation. Okay, whenever I hover over the Simba image, so for that, what animation we have, for example here, when I hover over this image is scaling out. It is, that means it is becoming big, that is called as scaling out. When it is becoming small, it is called as scale down. So it is scaling up, and also it is rotating. Okay, so this is called as a transformation. That means this image is getting transformed. So there are two transformation here we have applied, or rather we have to apply. First one is scaling out, that means making the image big in size, and second one is rotating it little bit by a certain angle. Right, so let us do that. So how to do that? Okay, so for that we need to write down the pseudo class. So whenever the cursor is on the Simba image element, okay, so and whenever it is hovering the mouse over that, let us apply this animation. So what we have to do now? Okay, when this is the case, we simply have to apply the transform. Now again, go over the MDN site and learn this transform animation way of doing the animation. It just transforms the shape. So first we have to apply the scale. So scale is a function. What it does, you just go over there, because since animation itself is a very another area, and since our course is not focusing on that, I will not go into the detail, but I advise you to go and in the MDN and whatever properties I am using, okay, just have a good read over that property and just understand what it is doing. So here I am scaling it by a factor of 1.3. That means image will be 30% bigger. 1.3, that means 1 is what, 100%. That means it will not have any effect. 0.3 means it will increase its size by 30%. Okay, whenever the mouse is hovers over that. Then after that, second transition I will apply is rotate. So I will rotate, and the angle will be 10 degree. Okay, 10 degree. The positive value means clockwise rotation, it will have, it will rotate clockwise, and negative value means it will rotate anti-clockwise. Okay, so as you can see it is rotating clockwise. If I give negative value, then it will rotate anti-clockwise. Okay, it will rotate anti-clockwise. Sorry, yes, this is rotating anti-clockwise, right? Okay, so this is it. Now fine. Now after this, what we have to do now, we have to these are the headings. See, you can see there are some text over here, okay, which have, because of their color is black, they got hidden inside the background of the forest. Okay, so let us style this. So these are the divs, and inside the div we have this heading tag, right? So let us, so this Simba heading is a div, class of the div. So let us bring those divs in a proper shape and in the center, right? So first let us, how to bring them in the center? First we have to assign the you can say width to them, right? But width we will be decided by the content. So let us first, okay, margin, we will say margin, okay, property, and let it set it to auto. So what will happen if we, now there will be no effect of auto at this point of time, so we will apply it later on. Okay, so first thing, Simba heading, what we styling we have to apply. Okay, first we have to take it to the middle, so text align center. Okay, so what will happen, it has got to the middle, correct? Now still their width is this entire screen width, so we have to change that width, right? So we'll change that later on. So first we apply border, okay, border of 1 pixel. Okay, then it is must be solid border. Okay, style of the border, and its color must be black. Why we give border? Because it, okay, it gives a little bit of, okay, now this border is applied over this entire div width. Okay, so we will do we'll adjust that. Okay, and also the border radius, okay, we will apply of border radius of 10 pixel we will apply. So now here this border radius will not appear because it is still having the maximum width. So let me apply it afterwards when I decide the width. Now where to decide the width? See, the width will be decided in the corresponding, because both of these blocks divs will have different width, so I cannot apply it to the common class. So here I will have the width of what width we should apply to the hello, let's say 350 pixel. Okay, so when I do that, see, the width is reduced, right? And for the call me, the width will be, for call me the width will be 250 pixel, let us see, right? So okay, so this is 250 pixel and this is, right? So now let us apply the common property and set margin. We also set the background first. So hello will have background color of so here I will use RGB, and I have one color selected earlier, so it is 219. Now in the RGB we give the value in the decimal, okay, it is not hex. So I am here selecting, as you can guess, a gray color, because all the three values of our RG and B are same, so it is a gray color. Now I will have the opacity, this fourth value is the opacity, okay, or transparency you can say. So I will set it to 70%. So see what happens. Okay, it gets applied, right? And we have the border, but okay, we will also move it from the margin top. We will have 20 pixel below, we will move it. Why? Because it is, see, this margin we need to set, let us, because when it grows it will overlap with this, so to avoid this we will give 20 pixel margin, right? So we have this width, background color, margin top, and also we will give a padding, so that, see, currently it is very uh, tight enclosed rectangle. So if we give the padding of 10 pixel, what will happen? See, it has enlarged itself. Now let us have the remaining property of the, okay, Simba headings. So now here we will have margin. Now see, when I give margin auto, what will happen? Okay, the moment I give margin auto, see what happens, it has come to the middle. Why it has come to the middle? Because automatically the margin to the left and right has been set by the browser. Okay, so it is a good way of keeping taking the division in the center of the screen by just assigning the margin is equal to what. This is one of the common way to do that, but this doesn't work always. Okay, there are situations where it will not work. Okay, so you have to get those things just by practice. There is no clear-cut law for this or any rule for this, because there are certain properties which get applied by default. Okay, so text align border margin we have set. Okay, now we will have the border radius and we will understand how it looks. Okay, border radius of 10 pixel we will give. So when I give this, so it appears like this, and you can see the transparency is 70%, so you can see a little bit of the forest which is behind, right? So this is the effect of transparency. So if I reduce this transparency, what will happen? See, you can see more. If I make it 0, okay, then what will happen? It will become full transparent. So that is, we don't want that. Okay, so we will have 70. So transparency is the property which normally is used quite often, okay, to style the various elements, okay, in the CSS. So this is done. Now hello we have already set. Now we have to call me, it is still remaining. So let us set this. So call me, we have the width of 250 pixel, and we will also have its background color. Okay, now call me is a div which is a second div. Okay, this call me Simba, this div. So we will have the background color of, let's say, RGB. I have already selected this color. It is, as you can guess, it is again a gray color, but it is a lighter version of gray, right? So again, this is, I will have the 90% of opacity because I want that box to be in the blackish side, because I will change the text color later on. So again, I will change the margin top so that it will not interfere with the, okay, so I will have the 10 pixel of margin at the top. Okay, and I will have the padding. So you can see we need a padding, so we will have a padding, okay, of how much? 5 pixel from all the sides, right? So now this is appearing proper. And sorry, then the color of the text, we should be, it should be white, right? Because the background is black. Now it is, see how the contrast color it is, and it is also properly gelling with the dark forest background according to me. Okay, this is the color that I feel are proper. You may feel different colors, okay, are more appropriate. You are free to do that. Rather, I recommend that you should change the entire thing. Okay, the structure will remain the same, everything will remain the same, but the images and styling you can change. It is your experiment. So go and change whatever you want and develop a new site. That is encouraged rather. Okay, so call me, I think we have, okay, call me we have I think got everything. Now let us style the headings that are there in the call me and the hello. So first we will change the heading of the hello. So hello h1. Okay, this is a element combinator. I'm selecting the direct child of the hello dot class element, right? That is a this child. See, this is a where it is, yeah, this is a hello div, right? This is a class hello, and I'm selecting this h1. So hello dot hello and this symbol. Okay, this means I'm selecting a direct child. I have taught you the combinators, 4 combinators I have taught you. Out of that, this child and space, this and space is normally most frequently used. Okay, so here I will have the font weight of, let's say, 200. so this will become more lighter. Okay, then again what we will have, we will have the call me also. Call me, sorry, dot call me, because it is a class. Dot call me and its header tag, which is child of this div. Okay, also for this also we will have the font weight of 200. Now both of them should not have the font weight of same, otherwise we would have kept it in the same. So let us have this 300 and this 200. Yeah, it is looking nice now. Now remaining thing that we have to do is, this has to be colored in orange. So how to do that? For that we have already defined the span. As you can see here, we have defined it as a span, and here also Simba is inside the span. So you can color the Vihan also, but I think Vihan is looking proper here. We will only style the Simba. Okay, you may choose to style the this name also. Now this Vihan is the name of my son, so it is just I have just given it for the sake of giving, right? So now next we have to do, we have to call me, then after that this heading is the, and within that we have the span, right? So these are the hierarchy. So we will choose the color of that, as I have already chosen this color, FFAD 4D. Now this is the color of the Simba lion. Okay, this color, color of the paw. So I have selected that, right, with the color picker tool. Then font, you just search over the Google for the color picker tool. It is very easy, there is nothing any like complexity in that. So you will definitely get it how to pick a color, even though there are a lot of videos on over the YouTube also. So I will not waste your time over here. So font weight we will give 300, and we will also have some text shadow. Text shadow will make it more emphasized. So I will give 1 pixel text shadow. Okay, in the x direction 1 pixel, in the y direction 0 pixel, and the width of the shadow will be 1 pixel. Rather, not shadow, the blur effect will be 1 pixel. So see, it is looking like this. If I remove the shadow, you will not get any difference. See, it is little bit dull. The moment I apply the shadow, it appears proper, right? It gets some kind of emphasis, right? So that's it. This is what I think we have done everything. Yes, we have applied the transition. Okay, we have applied everything, and this is see, by mistake I am showing you the completed site. Yes, this is what we want, right? We have this animation, right? Okay, good. So the remaining part is this info section, and we will decorate or style it, okay, in the next video. Okay, so at this point of time we'll stop. Okay, just try it out. Fine. Okay, have a good day.